let's go ahead here and take this for a drive. Let's see what this thing has for get up and go in a diesel. Plenty of power and acceleration. Really nice and quiet. Let's see here. Now that I've come up to speed, going 40 down the strip, it is telling me my current is jumping between 24 and 30, so depending on where we're sitting. So kind of right in line with that nicer. And of course this has 9 miles on it right now, so it is still breaking in. And with diesels, I'd assume much like our heavy duties, you'll have to give it a little bit of break-in time before you see the best mile per gallon. But right now, let's see, if I set the cruise at 42, let's drop it down to 40, what it is here. Averaging, well, currently I am seeing 42, 36 to about 44 is kind of where it's jumping across. So flat road, cruise set to 40, it's kind of what we're seeing. We'll jump on the interstate here real quick. I'd almost say this is even quieter than our gas models, our 5.3 and the 6.2. Granted, the 6.2, most people when they jump to that, they want that performance exhaust too, so maybe you don't want the quietest. But this diesel, it's not like your heavy duties where you constantly hear that whistle or that whine of the turbo. It is really quiet. In fact, I don't hear any turbo whistle at all. So our normal test loop would be we turn right here at the stoplight and come into the next exit and go right back to our dealership. But we're going to take it for a little bit of an extended one here, and so we can get it a little bit more interstate time. So far, I'm really impressed with this engine. I mean, I know a lot of the reviewers, even the non-biased ones, so I like to watch a lot of like the Fast Lane Truck and Edmunds, and you jump on YouTube, there's a ton of different opinions and are out there, so you can get an overall unbiased review. And a lot of them are really liking this 3-liter diesel. It doesn't sacrifice power and focus purely on fuel economy, but it isn't a gas hog either, or I should say a diesel hog either. It sips it quite nicely. So with this being the 3rd diesel engine coming out, it is the newest diesel to hit the market. You know, we have our smaller one in our Canyon that gets, you know, in the 30 mile per gallon range. We have, and then of course our 910 foot-pounds of torque monster in our heavy duties, and then this one kind of sits right in between there. So you do not have to sacrifice the performance of a full-size pickup, but you can get better fuel economy with it as well. So let's floor it on the on-ramp and see what this thing does. Just like that, we're up to speed. And set the cruise to 60. Going uphill, keeping at 60 miles per hour, we are, looks like, sipping 20 miles per gallon is what it's reading. already our average fuel economy has gone up from 6.6 miles per gallon. Of course, that is just in the 12 miles it's been driven. Most of it's been just onto truck, off a truck, doing a little bit of inspection. So this is the first time it's really driving around here. Hope the view is good for you guys. You can see out the window as we drive in this. Actually, the roads are really nice, so haven't had a snowstorm in quite a bit. Still going uphill. Being the SLT, it's pretty nice. You do have the new system, all the steering wheel controls. You do have side blind zone in this as well. Get this up to interstate speed here and see what that does for a change. Filter down. Well, I didn't feel, but I can tell off of the RPMs. You know, I just saw it downshift now that we crested the hill. It's probably sitting at about 13,000 RPMs. But let's kick her up to 75 now. Using the cruise as much as possible to keep a unbiased lead foot out of the equation. Into the wind and now going to start going uphill, and she's currently reading about 16 miles per gallon. Cruise control just kicked in, so I'm currently going about 62 because I noticed that Ford up ahead. So that is a nice thing in our 2020 Sierras. Even in SLT we have adaptive cruise control. That is something new to 2020. So it's just going to keep us right behind this one. We are currently at 70 miles per hour, and I am seeing we're a little bit on a downhill. It is reading 31, anywhere between 28 and 32 miles per gallon. I should have reset the trip of the information. Adaptive cruise control is a really nice feature to have. Haven't even had to cancel the cruise and going the same speed as this car ahead of me, currently 74, so they did pick it up a little bit. Just flip around here and head back in about half throttle. Plenty of power. Already at 75 on our adaptive cruise control, so we'll probably catch up to the semi and slow down a little bit, but you never know. It's crazy seeing the 30 mile per gallon mark on a full-size pickup. And this isn't by far a small full-size pickup either. They just keep on getting larger and larger. I always find it interesting to think of, I mean, just look at what a Sierra size was about 10 years ago and just what they are nowadays. So much more capability, so much more comfort. You know, the inlaid doors, they're so much quieter than the past, so we do have a little bit of wind here. It is a little bit of a crosswind. We don't have that whistling through where in the past the body panel would basically fold over the frame, or the door would fold over the frame, and it would catch the wind and kind of whistle in those seals. Now that it's inlaid, you know, if there's a side wind, it actually just pushes the doors in farther, keeping that seal even tighter. So just kind of crazy what the engineering has gone into these pickups in the past even 10 years. Starting to go uphill, and it is, you know, 19 miles per gallon, but we're still seeing it switch between that and say 22. Well, I'm not sure if my wife will let me get a pickup just yet, since we just bought her Enclave, but this is definitely on my list, and it still has that 3-liter is still kind of edging out the engine choice that I think I want my pickup to. So we'll drop down to 60 now that we're hitting that mile per hour zone. Better not speed on video evidence. Welcome to Mandan, North Dakota. I am surprised with how quiet this engine is. I was honestly expecting a little bit more engine noise from our diesels, but they have tuned that noise canceling down perfectly, where really the only thing I hear is a slight bit of wind noise. I mean, granted, this road is fairly new. They were just redoing it this past summer, so I really don't hear that much road noise either. Maybe the slightest bit of road hum, but I mean, if you compare that to other pickups, it is crazy how quiet this is. And now I'm just trying to nitpick. Definitely hear it a little bit more over the bridge, but guess while I'm driving, I can also plug our lifetime warranty. Not sure if you guys can see the sticker over there, but that is something nice our dealership does that not a lot of other dealerships do. You can talk to one of our finance guys for a lot more of the nitty-gritty details, but pretty much this is, I mean, we got the wrap on my wife's Enclave. I don't have to worry about anything even after the factory warranty goes away. We automatically throw the powertrain on there, so you're kind of your major components that if they were to fail, it's going to be a nightmare. But then on top of that, you can get a wrap warranty, which basically extends your bumper-to-bumper warranty for the life of the vehicle. And something nice about ours is it is through CNA National, so it is a nationwide warranty. As much as our service center would love to take care of you and be your preferred dealer, we understand if you do live several hours away, there might be somebody a little bit closer. You can take it to them. There's not going to be, any. So it's like some of our competitors, you have to bring it back to their dealership to get that warranty. We understand if you're traveling to Minneapolis and something happens, well, you can take it to a dealership down there. That warranty is going to help you out. Well, this test drive is not helping my temptation of wanting to buy one of these at all. It is definitely solidifying my choice of when I buy a pickup. It's going to be a GMC, and I think it's going to be this 3-liter. Don't get me wrong, the 6.2 is a great engine as well, and the 5.3 has had a very long track record in GM as well. My car has a 5.3 in it. I absolutely love that motor. The 6.2s that I've driven around have plenty of power, and like some of the, you put that performance exhaust on it, it sounds great. But I'm definitely impressed with this 3-liter. Right now we are cruising at 60 miles per hour, and it is at, since I don't have a digital one, I can't tell you exactly what it's at, but I'd say it's between 12 and 13,000 RPMs. So that wonderful thing about a diesel, also paired with that 10-speed, things barely working at all to keep us going. We're also, right now, it is saying 35, oh, just jumped to 37 miles per gallon, just cruising along. What do I have left for? Well, I guess I can't tell you the range because that does go off of the average fuel mile per gallon, so until it's broken a little bit, I wouldn't trust that 100%, but it's telling me I have a range of 109 miles, and I'm about a quarter of a tank. And I guess this video will also kind of show you where you can find us. If you're coming from the west, like we are here, coming into town, just take that first exit. Like if you're going down to the expressway, it does drop down to 55. And we'll take this first exit here, which will put you right on the Memorial Highway of Mandan, or if you're from the area, most people will call it the Strip of Mandan. And if you take a left, you'll jump right over to across the Memorial Bridge and right down to downtown Bismarck. But we want to stay on this side of the river, so we shall take a couple rights here. And we just drive down the strip here, get past a couple of businesses. We got a couple trailer companies, so if you need to buy a trailer right after buying a pickup, we certainly have a couple options here. We go through a couple of stoplights, and there we are, the big flag hanging over the entire strip here. Of course, not a lot of wind in town here, so our flag is hanging pretty straight down towards the ground. And in we go, and here is our dealership. Hope that drive was informative to you guys. I know you are based off of the microphone in my phone, so stop in today for yourself, drive this vehicle, see what it's like firsthand. Noise quality, it's, you know, super quiet. Of course, with copyright stuff, I don't dare turn the radio on, so come listen to the Bose speakers. This is a great value of a pickup. Honestly, if I wasn't paying for diapers, I'd probably have one sitting in my driveway right now. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or reach out to us. We'd be happy to help any way we can. And I hope you guys have a great day.